season-ending surgery on his shoulder. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And major setback. Billy Donovan released today that Kevin Huerter, not Kevin, we're going to get into Kevin Huerter news, that Noa Essengue is going to miss the rest of the season following getting season-ending shoulder surgery. He's going to undergo that surgery. That recovery time is about 5 to 6 months on that, which is going to put him out for the remainder of the season. Now, not benefit, but the bright side of this is it's similar to Ayo Dosunmu's shoulder injury. Players make 100% recovery from it. It's not anything that really is a threat to linger on. Ayo, Walker Kessler, for example, another player that Bulls fans are interested in, had the same surgery as well. But it just adds to the season of the Chicago Bulls and what this has been at, man. This is really unfortunate. And it's just another thing as far as the Bulls just, this season has not been a good one as far as injuries for the Chicago Bulls. We started off the season with the injury to Coby White and Zach Collins, for that matter. Zach Collins, who still hasn't made his NBA debut as of yet, right? Coby White, Zach Collins are ruled out in this game that's going on tonight too, so you're still not going to see Zach Collins tonight either. But Noa Essengue is a player that had a lot of, of course, promise around him. You look at where he was drafted at 12 by the Chicago Bulls. A lot of people had him projected to go in the top 10. And he's a player that does need to add to his frame and his lighter frame and things like that. And that's the unfortunate part of all this. But, we knew that he probably wasn't going to be getting a lot of minutes anyway. So if you're looking for any bright side of it, we knew he was never going to be a big part of it. But it's just unfortunate that, Noa Essengue is now hurt. He's going to be out the remainder of the season. And we'll see, him next season. And hopefully, with him having a year under his belt and stuff like that, is that the Bulls actually play him and have him part of the game plan next year. But he's an 18-year-old kid, right? But it's just unfortunate at this point, right? We know that AK and Eversley were fairly high on Noa Essengue and how he can end up being and what he means for the future of this team, but he's out. Now, with that as well, we do now know that Kevin Huerter is as well going to be out for a week. So we can go ahead and eliminate asking about Kevin Huerter and when he's going to be returning. He's also out now. And hey, the Bulls are going to have to just find a way to deal with it, as we have all season long. That's been the season for the Chicago Bulls, is that you got to figure out a way to make it work. And that's what the Bulls now have to do, is they have to find a way to try to make this season work and make things work without Kevin Huerter as well. Hopefully Coby White makes a return sooner rather than later, but as things stand right now, we don't have a clear outline on that either. So it's just going to be the Bulls trying to figure out where things is. This is not the medical. For people who said this, the medical staff, this is not a medical staff thing. The medical staff has nothing to do with this. Nothing. Will this stunt his development? In the sense that he's not getting reps, yeah. Even in the G League, he was at least getting reps. So in the sense that he's just not going to be out there on the basketball court with the ability to get reps, it does hurt his development, absolutely. So we should look at the center from Duke, Patrick Ngangba, I think is how you pronounce it. Looks like a defensive center we need. I've talked about this guy literally since the beginning of the season. So I agree with you. I like that kid. I think he has a lot of potential as well as a shot blocker also. So, we'll see. That's terrible. He wasn't going to play anyways because of bum-ass Billy. Well, we don't know, right? I do think that he had probably a chance later on in the season like we saw with Modest, but you're probably right. More than not, he wasn't going to. Bro, skinniness doesn't affect his injury, idiot. What? Who said that? What are we attacking each other? That's crazy. Man, too many injuries. Medical staff. So I think there's a big gap in what people understand what a medical staff does. A medical staff can't prevent injuries. You tell me what a medical staff can do to avoid a shoulder contusion. There's nothing that you can do for. Like, we got to keep in mind, these players are playing a contact sport. So there's nothing that you can do to avoid. Like, medical staffs are more so to help train, to, of course, recovery from injury is something that you're looking for. Diagnosing of injuries doesn't even usually happen by the medical staff. The medical staff will usually look and be like, all right, cool, let's send you out to a specialist to diagnose exactly what's going on here. I think people have a really big misunderstanding on exactly what sports teams in general, medical staffs do. There's nothing the medical staff could have done to avoid this injury. This has nothing to do with the medical staff at all. Now, if he comes back from recovery and has setbacks, that's where you can start avoiding or talking about the medical staff. Shooting shoulder? Do you know how shots are done? Shooting even your guide hand, you need your shooting shoulder. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise for him. We'll have plenty of time to work on his body. He's got minimal minutes, but hopefully he learned what he needs to work on in that time. Well, you got to keep in mind, though, is that with your shoulder, you're not able to really work out a lot. Well, Ayo Dosunmu said he had a pretty much a normal offseason even when he had surgery, but that was the offseason. So, I mean, listen, recovery time 5 to 6 months. That puts you at close to the end of the season. He's going to have a full recovery. He's going to have a full offseason. He's going to be able to do a lot in the offseason to get ready for the season. He's going to be able to put on muscle and those type of things, and so we'll see what's going to happen there. We fumbled so hard in the draft. We can't say we fumbled yet. The kid is still developing. I mean, we can't say that yet. Like, he could very well end up long-term to be better than Derek Queen or any other player. Like, we just don't know yet. Now, if you're looking for it just in the vacuum of just this season, I guess you can have that conversation. But, you know, drafting Noa Essengue, the second youngest player in the NBA, was never just about this season. It was never just about that. So it's not just about what you get out of this season or not. This was always a plan that's more about the future. It was always that, right? When is Zach Collins playing? We don't know. I mean, he's technically cleared. They want him to get that strength up in the wrist. But he's not playing tonight. Him and Kobe have already been ruled out tonight, so you will not see those guys tonight for sure, at least. So there you go on that one. For whatever that's worth, if that helps you with something. But, yeah, it's unfortunate. The Bulls have been getting hit by injury after injury after injury. This season has been completely and utterly marred by injuries already this season. And we're only at the beginning of December. We got a lot of season left to be played. A lot of season left to be played. And we'll see what's going to happen with this season as it goes on for the Bulls. But, yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, there's just no other way around it. This sucks. It sucks for Noah. It sucks for the Chicago Bulls. It sucks for Bulls fans. I mean, there's a lot of things that now this is going to impact as far as the season. Like, even when you look at the Windy City Bulls, it's going to affect that too. So, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of is what it is, man. At this point, we just got to deal with what we got to deal with. It's hard to want to watch these games now. I mean, listen, and I'm just saying for me, right? I can't say for anybody. Everybody gets their own excitement and enjoyment out of stuff, but like, this still ain't the worst. I had to see Cristiano Felicio as a starter. You feel me? Paul Zipser, who we're high on. Like, I've seen much worse from the Chicago Bulls. So, we'll see. Shay says, oh my God, I can't believe this shit. Undergoing season-ending surgery, and it's not even January yet. Yeah. I mean, that's just the nature of that injury and shoulders, man. So it's unfortunate. But, hopefully Noah's going to go back. He's going to bounce back. He'll be fine in the long run. Like I said, this is a type of injury that players recover 100% from. So there's no question on if he's going to recover. Like, whatever. This is not going to stop whatever player he was going to turn into, is what I'll say. We still, of course, the jury's still out on what type of player he's going to turn into, but this does not impact the type of player that he can turn into. So, take that for what you will, however that makes you feel about it. But it does not impact the type of player that he's going to turn into. There should be no long-term implications or negativity about this at all. He should be fine in the long term. And I guess if you're looking for any blessing for a season-ending surgery, at least it's nothing that you have to worry about long term. This felt like a year where They would break the play-in cycle. It's not over yet, but my hope is dwindling so much this week. Hey, listen, nobody can blame me for that one. Nobody can blame me for that. Like, this has been a tough season so far for the Bulls, and nobody can blame me for that at all. But, all right, I wanted to bring those updates. Kevin Huerter out for a week. Noa Essengue has season-ending surgery, and yeah, we'll see what this Bulls team does tonight. I'll be back in about 15 minutes for the pregame show, so make sure you guys stay in tune with us on that. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red. All the good stuff. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.